The dividing line here is clear. This is a budget which punishes those higher earners. It punishes people who make their income in different ways. The two biggest policies that we're looking at here are a big discount on energy bills, which Rachel Reeves says is going to save the average bill payer £150 a year. That comes from reducing the renewables obligation, which is a net zero levy which is charged to everyone's energy bills. And you've also got the elimination of the two-child benefit cap, which has been a major issue rumbling along the Labour backbenches for the last few months, as especially people on the Labour left saying that it's a cruel policy which is pushing children into poverty.
That probably got the biggest cheers, I think, didn't it, from the sort of the Labour benches?
I think so. I think one point I'll just point out here, when you listen to Kemi Badenoch's first line of response, she says this is a budget that taxes hardworking people for the benefit of Benefit Street.
That smorgasbord of misery we just heard from her can be summed up in one sentence. Labour are hiking taxes to pay for welfare. This is a budget for Benefit Street, Madam Deputy Speaker, paid for by working people.
That is actually pretty much the same argument that Rachel Reeves herself made when she was talking about it as the Tories were jeering during her announcement on the two-child cap. She said, you would rather these people remain in child poverty than you would see people living in £5 million houses pay extra tax. And so it's clear, I mean, the dividing line here is clear. This is a budget which punishes those higher earners. It punishes people who make their income in different ways. It especially punishes people who have expensive houses. And the winners here are the average bill payer and people who are on welfare payments. One of the key questions here is obviously going to be, there's a huge amount of extra tax being raised here. Was it necessary to do that? And do you think that the public is going to really feel the pinch in their next paycheck after all these measures come into effect?
Yeah, and I think so. I mean, obviously they're staggered, so they're not all going to come in instantly, so it will be a bit of a slow burn, I suppose. But it really does kind of hit so many parts of your personal finance. £30 billion of tax rises. I'm going to go through some of them quickly now. Huge income tax rises. The bulk of that is from these frozen thresholds we spoke about before. They're also capping, the amount you can salary sacrifice into your pension, that's at £2,000 a year. There's also news on new taxes for dividends, so money you get out of a company, so if you're a business owner, property income, so if you're a landlord, and if you're a saver. It appears that she's raised by 2 percentage points the tax rate on those. That wasn't briefed at all, and I don't think anyone expected that. That should apparently raise £2 billion a year in extra income. Then we've got the so-called mansion tax, what they're calling the high value council tax surcharge. That's going to hit homes worth more than £2 million. We think about 150,000 homes will pay that, which could be up to £7,000 a year. So that's huge, and it's, again, thin end of the wedge that could always expand in the future. And then ISA reforms, also very interesting. It seems like over 65s is going to get the full £20,000 allowance, but younger people are not going to. I just wanted to read out a comment someone sent us through, one of the readers. He says, don't own and run a company. Don't try and advance your career. Don't buy additional property. Don't try to save for private school. Don't save your money. Don't be a farmer. Don't work to buy a nice house. Don't invest your money. Thanks, Rachel.